Hello everyone, this is Precious Uriel from ClickIt Academy, and in this video I want to be talking about the ALX Foundations. So if you've known me previously, that should be because you've come across one of my videos, one of the videos I did for ALX Software Engineering, a program I'm also running. But I got interested in the new program because of data science, because I'm particular about machine learning, Python, and numbers and analytics. So I signed up for data science and I got in. And like you all know, we've had our first Caribou session. I'm from Nigeria, so I had mine at Lagos. So wherever you are in Africa, you would have had yours. So we were introduced into what we call the ALX Foundations, and we had a live stream where they discussed and they told us what to expect. And that is the purpose of this video, because I felt a lot of people may not be able to follow through because the video was quite long. And I did a slide for myself, so I thought I should share with you guys. So welcome to the ALX Foundations, and you will be seeing more of me, in subsequent videos. But before I proceed, I want to, make this disclaimer that I am not in any way whatsoever connected with ALX directly or indirectly. I'm not a staff. I'm not sponsored by ALX, and ALX did not ask me to do this. All right? So I'm doing this on my own. And the purpose is simply for education, because there are a lot of people that would want to, go over the points again, and it's difficult for them to run through. So let's proceed. So the ALX Foundations is going to include participants or learners in the following programs. So ALX currently has the Data Analyst program, the AWS Cloud Practitioner, the Data Scientist, Software Engineering, and Salesforce Administrator. So subsequently, everybody who gets into all these programs would have to go through the ALX Foundation. So the foundation, according to ALX, is a way whereby they get to train you to be ready for the job market. So it's not about making you the best tech person, the best software engineer, or the best data scientist. It's about giving you those skills that would make you survive in, the work environment. So there is a timeline for this, which I find very interesting. So according to ALX, the program timeline varies. You have 6 or 7 months for data analyst, 6 or 7 months for cloud practitioner, data scientist, you have up to 15 or 13 months. Software engineer, you have 12 to 15 months. So what you need to understand is, before you even get into your tech specialization, ALX is going to take you through what they call the ALX Foundations, which we run for 3 months. So in these 3 months, the first 15 weeks will be exclusively focused on the ALX Foundations. Okay, so the first 15 weeks from today, when you're watching this video or when you did your first Caribou session, all you will do is only focused on ALX Foundations. Then after the first 15 weeks, the next 15 weeks would also be ALX Foundations, but you would now start doing your tech specialization lightly. So there will be a light focus on what you want to do. So let me use myself for an example. So now that I've joined the program and I've been accepted and I've done my first Caribou session, the first 15 weeks for me is going to be focused on ALX Foundations only. Then after 15 weeks, the next 15 weeks, that would make it 3 months, I would continue with the ALX Foundations, but then I would now start doing things on data science. So I would get access to my tasks, to my learning resources on data science. But the first 15 weeks, you will do nothing about your tech specialization. Okay? So also there's a room fellowship. So at different level, it unlocks different stages for you. So when you're in a different stage in the program, you get to a different level in the room fellowship, and it gives you access, to graduates from other tech verticals like Salesforce and software engineering and data analysts. So you may be asking, what the hell is ALX Foundations and why was it created? In my own understanding, ALX created this foundation because they realize it's not about making you the best software engineer or the best data scientist or the best data analyst. You can have all the skills, all the tech skills, but there are a lot of things that would be missing that would make you very special. So they called it the special sauce that makes ALX graduates a top pick for employers. So let's just run through it. So why did they create the ALX Foundations? The foundation is a gateway to endless opportunities, okay? And the starting point of the ALX journey, that is actually the first reason for the ALX Foundation, is the start point of your ALX journey going forward. Two, they want to empower you with what they call the special sauce that makes you the best candidate everybody wants to employ. So not because you are the best software engineer, but because you have something special about you that others don't have. Also, the tech industry is evolving and employees demand candidates with an holistic set of 21st century skills, that goes beyond technical knowledge. It's not about knowing everything, okay? It's not about being a good programmer. You have to do more than that. There's a lot of things you have to equip yourself with. And that is what they are trying to do, to equip you with real world job readiness needed to stay ahead of the curve in a rapidly changing industry. Also, one of the reasons why it was created, the ALX Foundations, was because they want to unlock your true professional self. They want you to unlock your true professional self, sharpen your strong points, develop areas of growth, and be able to connect with your career paths with a purposeful mission. So the overview of the ALX Foundation that we'll be doing for the first 30 weeks is actually to get the following skills. They call it the 8 meta skills. And what are the 8 meta skills? Number 1 is leading yourself. Until you can lead yourself before you can lead others. So leading yourself, leading others, critical thinking, entrepreneurial thinking, quantitative reasoning, communicating for impact, managing complex tasks, and navigating tech ecosystem. So the learning material is going to be delivered via the online learning management system called Canvas. So we will be going through the ALX Foundation on a management system that is used for learning called Canvas. So they will give us access to that in some days' time, depending on when you're watching this video. Now, what is the structure of the ALX Foundation? The ALX Foundation, like you remember now or like you know now, is a 30 weeks program, okay, which we run for 3 months. So the first 15 weeks are full-time, 30 to 40 hours per week. This is better than what we had with software engineering, where we had to do 70 hours per week. So, it's a bit chill, but I feel there will still be time for, doing hard things. But for now, let's just get to it. So in the first 15 weeks, which is full-time, there will be 30 to 40 hours. You have to dedicate 30 to 40 hours per week. So it depends on you. You can, divide your hours into probably 5 hours per day. It's up to you. So the weekly content will be released every Monday morning on Canvas. So everything we'll do in a week will be released on Monday morning. So you can run through it through the week. Learning on Canvas is partially asynchronous. So they have provided guidelines on how to maximize your time. Asynchronous in the sense that most times you can do things, when you want. You don't have to do it when others are doing it. So you decide your time. You have the time, so create the time as best as it works for you. But when you create your time, you have to know that each week you must complete your weekly milestone and test by Sunday. So you can decide to do everything on a Saturday or Friday, it's up to you, but ensure that you submit your weekly milestone and weekly test by Sunday before Monday the next day. Also, you must complete your peer review by Wednesday. So every Wednesday, all peer reviews must be completed. okay, for each week in order to pass the milestone. So you submit your tests on Sunday, but you do your peer reviews before Wednesday. Then from the 4th month to the 7th month, you will be required to dedicate 5 to 10 hours per week, which I feel is, nice if you have other things you'll be doing like work, family. So 5 to 10 hours per week, and this will run concurrently with your specialized tech track. So that is from the 4th month, the hours will increase to probably 50 hours per week, okay, which is, I feel, is still better or cool than what we had with the software engineering when it was 70 hours per week. The point is you have to get yourself immersed. So a recap: first 3 months ALX Foundations, then from the 4th month you start your tech track. So for me, first 3 months ALX Foundation, then from the 4th month I would focus on data science. Now, month by month overview. So remember, the ALX Foundation is going to go for 3 months, and each week or each month there will be some key topics. So these are the key topics for each month. So in the first month that we are in right now, depending on when you're watching this video, we will be having self-awareness, self-regulation, self-improvement, tech tools, problem and structuring, authentic inquiry. You can pause the video and read. Month 2, which is the 6th week to the 10th week, you have collaboration, data contextualization, empirical research. You can also pause the video to read all this. And also from the 3rd month, which is the 12th week to the 15th week, we'll be having career readiness, interviewing, networking, storytelling, tech literacy, and ethics in tech. You can also pause the video to read all this. Now, the program overview. So what is required of you as a participant, that is you and I. What is required of me, what is required of you. We are all participants in the ALX program, the ALX Foundation, and the tech stacks. So this is what they want us to do, which is very important. Number 1, you have to activate your portal and your Canvas account. So when you get the link, you have to activate your portal and the Canvas account. 2, you have to go through the weekly content on Canvas. You go through the weekly content on Canvas, you do your weekly tests, and you also do your peer reviews before Wednesday. 3, attend live events during office hours for support. So there are going to be hubs where you can attend live events during office hours. Also, there will be links to YouTube. There will be YouTube links where we'll be having discussions with the ALX team. Then also submit quality milestones on your Canvas. Peer grade your assigned peer milestones. That is, when you have a peer that has been assigned to you, you have to grade them properly. Engage with your peers and the team on the talent portal. So on the talent portal, you have to engage with your peers and the team consistently. Also, you have to visit your hub at least twice in a week. So you have to visit your ALX hub at least twice in a week. I don't know how compulsory that is yet, but when the program starts, you can always ask these questions in your hub location. So I'm in Lagos and I have my hub location. So when it's time, I'm going to go over there and ask them if it is important for me to come twice in a week. Because the problem with this is most Nigerians are not in Lagos. And I know this is the same thing with other African countries, Casablanca, Nairobi, Accra. Not all Ghanaians are in Accra who are in the ALX program. Not everyone is in Casablanca. Not everyone is in Nairobi. So not everyone is in Lagos. So is it important? Because if I'm somewhere far away from Lagos, there is no way I can make it to the hub twice in a week. Okay? Also, they want you to update them when you get a job opportunity and share feedback when requested. So there will be surveys and they want you to let them know if you ever get a job, which I believe is going to happen to every one of us, because according to ALX, they have a 60% success rate. So if we are able to go through this training properly, we should be job market ready. Also, eligibility for tech verticals. So for you to be eligible for the program you got enrolled for, data science, data analyst, AWS, Salesforce, software engineering, You have to complete and pass all 13 weekly tests. So there will be 13 weekly tests. You have to pass everything. There would also be 13 milestones. You have to pass everything, complete them and pass them. This will all be on Canvas. Also, you must receive a score of 75% or higher on both tests. So on all your tests, you have to pass 75% on them, and in the milestones for you to pass. So you have 75% on your tests and 75% on your total milestones. Also, you have to complete all assigned peer reviews. Then you have to visit your city hub at least 2 times each week on different days. So like I said, this visiting of the hub is going to be a problem because a lot of us are not dwelling in the location or in the city where the city hubs are. Like in Nigeria, we have 36 states, 36 different states, okay? And the hub is just in Lagos, just one state. So what do you want the other 35 guys in the 35 states to do? The students in the 35 states to do? They can't come to Lagos. They just can't make it down to Lagos. That's the truth. So I think ALS may get flexible with this. I don't know. This is my own opinion. But hopefully they get flexible with this, or else people will get to drop out a lot. So for more information, please refer to your resources space for details on your course requirements, your penalties, and your drop-offs. The program platforms. According to what we've been told, we will be using Canvas to learn, and also ALX Room, which is the portal. So Canvas is the learning management system, and all learning contents will be shared on Canvas. Then the portal is like the community for all ALX students, the ALX Room. So that's where we're going to be in the room. So for learning, Canvas; for community, the room. So on the portal, the portal overview. On the portal overview, you have learning. So you can access your learning contents on the learning tab. Then community, you should be able to access our communication platform on the community tab. So there's also going to be a link to access the community on your portal. Then there will be a professional profile. So you have to update your professional profile on the professional profile tab. So you have to put your correct full name, your age, your phone number, your email address, your home address, whatever information that is requested of you, you have to put in the right one professionally. Then most important, you have to follow the code of conduct and the ALX community guidelines while engaging with your peers. This is available on the resource space. So they are going to give us a code of conduct and community guidelines. But seriously, without even checking the code of conduct and community guidelines, you should know what is expected for you, because we are not kids, we are adults, and we want to make the best of this opportunity from ALX to us in Africa. Because I tell you, it's expensive to pay for these trainings on your own, but with ALX, this is like the best thing after Christmas. Program platforms. So there's going to be a program calendar which has been shared with us depending on when you're watching this video too. So the program calendar is going to have all the links to all the events that would happen. So all events includes in-person events where you have to attend in physically, online events, and hybrid events. So hybrid events are you have to be there physically, and there would still be events, on Zoom probably, or YouTube. Then the live events will be live streamed on YouTube. So make sure you can access YouTube from your device and you have good internet connection and power supply. The program platforms, so the room also provides support. So if you have problem, you can always contact the support on the room. And also there is a bot called Leah. So Leah is your 24/7 virtual assistant. I believe you would be happy to meet Leah. I can't wait to meet Leah myself. So if you have problems, use the ALX room support system. Then the program delivery team, I had to blank this out because I don't have the authority to show them or show their faces, but we would be able to see everything when we get access to our the Canvas system, the portal. So on the portal, we will come across our different delivery team. But if you want to know who they are, then you can always go on the ALX platform and check through so that you can see who the delivery teams or who the team or the ALS teams are. But the reason why I can't show them is because I'm not authorized to show them. They are ALS employees and I have no connection or affiliation with them. So thank you guys for running this with me. I believe you've been able to understand, 1, 2, 3, or 4 things regarding the ALX Foundation. And if you have questions or you have comments to make, then we can always drop them in the comment section. Remember, I'm not an ALS staff, so I would only answer questions that I have understanding about and that I can help you on as a fellow student. But if you have serious problems, please go to the support system on the room or the Zendesk platform and contact one of the support team or one of the mentors to help you out. Okay, guys? So that is it on this video on ALX Foundations with Precious Siriao from Click It Academy. I hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.